This is Let Her Hide, a Fiona Red mystery, Book 7, written by Blake Pierce, read by Caroline. Prologue. The coldness of the metal floor seeped into Carrie's bones as she peeled her cheek from its unforgiving surface. Her eyelids fluttered open, revealing the dimly lit confines of what appeared to be a storage container, something like a modified boxcar. The air was stale and heavy, pressing down on her chest like an invisible weight. "Where am I?" she whispered, her voice hoarse and barely audible. She tried to push herself up, but her limbs felt weak, like jelly held together by frayed strings. Her heart pounded in her ears, drowning out a low hum she could just make out in the distance. Panic clawed at her insides, and she struggled to think back to how she had ended up here. A memory flickered like a dying candle. A blow to the head, a rush of pain, and then darkness. A face flashed in her mind, a man's face. She couldn't remember who he was, but she knew that he had done this to her. He'd knocked her out after she'd left her job at the supermarket. She remembered that much. She felt a surge of anger and fear, wondering if she would ever be able to escape this hell. As she racked her brain for answers, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was in grave danger, that every second that ticked by was another step closer to an unthinkable fate. But no matter how hard she tried, the details remained frustratingly out of reach, slipping through her fingers like water. "Damn it," she muttered under her breath, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. Carrie knew she had to stay calm if she were ever to escape this place, but with each passing moment, the walls seemed to close in tighter around her, suffocating her. She needed to focus on the present, on what she could control, and not dwell on the past. She had to get out of there. Carrie's fingers traced the cold metal walls, her breath shallow and uneven. She moved cautiously, feeling her way around the confining space. There was a sliver of light coming from somewhere, but she couldn't identify where. As she reached the far end of the container, she found a door sturdy and immovable. Part of her wanted to call for help, but she reminded herself that whoever had put her here, that man, was likely the only one around. If she alerted him that she'd woken up, maybe he'd come finish her off faster. Carrie couldn't think like that. She had to stay focused. But as she tried to pry open the door quietly as she couldn't stop her emotions from welling up. Life was just starting to look up for her. She'd left her ex-boyfriend, she'd started a new job, and things were going well. And now this. It had to be a nightmare, right? Maybe she'd wake up soon. The door wouldn't open, so Carrie moved on. As she continued her search, she discovered a small opening just above eye level.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?